The rapper Snoop Dogg has hit a new low, which means a lot. Take a look at this video. Now, according to Billboard magazine, Snoop Dogg explained he did this because, quote, well, I feel like it's a lot of people making cool records, having fun, partying, but nobody's dealing with the real issue of this blanking clown as president and, well, the blank that we're dealing with out there. So I wanted to take out time and push pause on a party record and make one of these recordings for the time being. Okay, joining us with a reaction, the leader and activist of the Congress of Racial Equality, Niger Innis, and Trump Transition Team executive, a member and the founder of Skybridge Capital, Anthony Scaramucci. You know, Niger, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's obvious what would happen if it was about President Obama. We know what the criticism would be. I bet you nobody else covers this story tonight but us. That's a big part of it, isn't it?
Oh, no question. And look, the debasement of a president of the United States, be it President Obama or President Trump, is not a good thing. And I have to say that I'm very, very disappointed in Snoop Dogg. Snoop has come a long way from the old days. You know, just last summer, you know, by the way, you mentioned in this video, there's also debasement not of just President Trump, but of also the police, you know, having a policeman shoot an innocent bystander, which is unfortunate because this is the same Snoop Dogg that was very hopeful last summer when he held a very positive pro-police community relations, a pro-peace, a pro-love for a peaceful relationship with the police and the community. And that Snoop Dogg is the responsible Snoop Dogg. I think this Snoop Dogg is unfortunately going to the lowest common denominator and the easy path.
Why do I think, Anthony Scaramucci, if it was a conservative saying it about Obama, that we would probably hear people saying, well, that's a threat? Or Madonna saying what she said about, you know, thinking about blowing up the White House.
There'd be 10 media networks. It would be blasted everywhere, both in print and television. But, Sean, we all know that the intolerance actually comes from the left. At the end of the day, the First Amendment is okay for them as long as you're saying what they're saying. If you're not saying what they're saying, then you get protested, you get kicked off a campus, or you get, you know, in the situation with Snoop Dogg, he's probably trying to curry favor somewhere in Hollywood or the music industry, and there seems to be an open portal, an open license, Sean, to allow this sort of unsavory behavior to happen. But over time, I do believe that the mainstream people in the United States will start boycotting people like this, and then, of course, their behavior will change.
I just think, you know, it's just sad because this is where the narrative is. I personally do not believe, as incendiary as all of these snowflakes are, or the stupid video, I'm not a believer, Niger, that it creates the atmosphere, that it creates somebody that's insane. Do you believe that? Do you think that the atmosphere contributes to the mind of a lunatic? Because that's what they always say about conservatives when somebody acts nuts and claims they're a conservative.
Oh, I think it certainly can add to the atmosphere. I mean, the left, the far left, is already protesting and not exercising their First Amendment right of freedom of speech, but actually inciting violence, acting with violence, you know, destroying property, intimidating individuals. But I think Anthony hit the nail on the head. I think Snoop Dogg, who has come a long way into the mainstream, was trying to curry favor with many within the Hollywood elite, and it's unfortunate that they suffer from Trump derangement syndrome out there.
Anthony, what do you think? Who gets the blame if, God forbid, anything happens? Do you believe the atmosphere created, or do you hold the person that does something horrible responsible?
Well, I think, look, as we both know, Sean, it's a combination of both. But this certainly should not be tolerated. And so in a free market system, free market society, which you and I and all of us here believe in, we have to just move with our feet and stop listening to these people, turn the TV off. I have not watched the Oscars in 4 years, Sean. My bet is my bet is you're into a decade now of not watching the Oscars.
Yeah, well, I only
low ratings too.
Yeah, low ratings, no ratings, low ratings, and you know what? They're so formulaic. Oh, let's see, sex, violence, and a cartoon movie. What a shock!
How about all the guns in the movies, and then they're out there protesting for gun
I actually
control.
like gun movies. I like westerns. I still, but you know, I think there's another market out there, which is why I'm in a movie project right now that I'm the executive producer of. All right, guys, love you both. You're dead on target as usual.